Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be looking at market structure and how to identify them and how to trade them, when you should be trading and how you should approach the market. Now it is pretty simple. It is quite simple. When you go into the market, before you hit the buy button or the sell button, the first thing you should be asking yourself is, before I came into the market, what exactly was happening? So you want to be trading along with the rest of the market, right? You want to be trading with the market movers. I'll make this a little clearer. When you want to trade, of course, you shouldn't be found trading against the market movers. By market movers, I mean those who are actually moving the market. As much as you want your $10,000, $50,000, $500 to be significant, it actually cannot move or cannot give the market that big move that is required to let the market run smoothly. So what you want to be doing is you want to be trading with those who are actually moving the market, those who have millions of dollars to pump into the market. All right, so you don't want to be found trading against the market movers. All right, which is why it is important that you understand where the market is going to, where the market is coming from, even before you decide to place a trade. Now, to understand this better, understand that there are four cycles in the market. All right, there are four cycles in the market. One, we have the accumulation stage, then we move to an uptrend or a downtrend, and then we reach the point of equilibrium, or we reach the point of distribution, consolidation zone, and then from there the market can now head downwards or upwards. All right, so let me quickly illustrate that on my chart. So we can see something like this, where the market is just trying to accumulate orders, just giving sideways movement. Okay, just giving sideways movement. This is the point where the market is trying to um, make a decision. There's no defined movement in the market. So at this point, you just want to see where market either breaks upwards or downwards. So for the purpose of this video, for the purpose of this example, I'm just going to assume that the market continue moving this way. You would find this on all of your charts, whether you trade cryptos, whether you trade stocks, whether you trade indices, whether you trade currencies, you would find the same thing over and over again. Now, understand this. If you see a market trending in one direction, it can never continue till eternity. It gets to a point where it comes into what we call the consolidation zone, or the distribution zone, where it seems as though the market is not actually moving. All right, it's not actually moving in a particular direction, right? You may have something like this. All right, now from here, price may also decide to continue moving upwards or downwards. All right, I'm just showing this. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the charts. All right, but for now, just take this textbook example, and from there you can see something like this. All right, so this is just like the four stages, where you have the accumulation stage. You either have an uptrend or a downtrend. In this case, I use an uptrend, and then we move over to the consolidation stage or distribution stage, and then price starts to fall. All right, you may not see these exact examples on all your chart, but definitely what you're going to be seeing is all these stages scattered around across different charts on your screen. Now, it's quite simple, right? To identify your uptrend or your downtrend is quite simple. Another thing I want to add is that trend is relative. All right, trend is relative. Right now I am on my 4-hour time frame on GBP USD. So if me looking at this is just on a 4, let us assume that I am right here. All right, let us assume I'm somewhere here. All right, it depends on the kind of trader that you are. All right, The which time frame you use is going to depend solely on the kind of trader that you are. Scalpers are more interested in 1 minute time frame, seconds time frame, 3 minutes time frame. If I am a swing trader, the 1 minute, the 3 minutes may not really matter to me. The 3 minutes time frame or the trend on those time frames may not actually mean anything to me because I do not trade on those time frames. So, like I said, when you come into the market, you want to know the trend. You want to know the trend of the market of the time frame that you are working with or that you are playing with. All right, it totally depends on the kind. A swing trader is more interested in the higher time frames, or a swing trader or a position trader is more interested in the higher time frames, the trends of the higher time frames. All right, so yes, you, if you are on the higher time frame, you may be seeing an uptrend. All right, and then somebody who is maybe a scalper or just a day trader may be seeing a downtrend or may just be in a phase of distribution. All right, so enough of using all of the terms. Let's quickly go into the charts and see what we're talking about. Okay, now if you look at this, if you look at this chart, it is quite obvious. All right, it is quite old. So let me just take it from here. Let me just take that from here. So let us just work with this part of the chart, right? Let's just work with this part of the chart. Now, to identify or let's start with an uptrend. To identify an uptrend, right? To identify an uptrend, you want to see price giving you what we call the higher highs and the higher lows. Now, it has to look like a staircase. It's almost like a staircase, right? It has to look like you are ascending a staircase, which is quite obvious. Another thing you should notice that if you go into, if you take a quick glance at your chart, and you really cannot define what the market is doing, you really cannot define the trend of the market. See, there's no need for you to force it. Trade what you see, not what you want or what you think the market should be doing. All right, I just wanted to put that out. So if you look at a chart, if you look at your chart, you just want to know, what is the market doing? Does it look like I am ascending a staircase? All right, is it giving me the higher highs and the higher lows, the higher highs and the higher lows? Let me illustrate that on the chart. Let me pick my path tool. So you can see the price is giving something like this. Let me make that a bit bolder. Let me make that a little bolder. So we want to be seeing something like this, right? We want to be seeing higher high, higher low, right? Higher high and higher low, 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 higher high, just like that. All right, and like I said earlier, you do not need to force it. All right, you really do not need to force it. Just concentrate on the obvious swing points. All right, just concentrate on the obvious swing points, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. All right, so let me drag that down. What we have just illustrated, let me drag that down. So let's just quickly see this. I took this from the illustration that we just had. All right, like I said earlier, it may not be so smooth, right? The textbook example may not. Ideally, this is what you're going to find. Price doesn't just move swiftly. Price doesn't just move smoothly on your chart. This is exactly what you're going to be seeing. Okay, so this is obviously, this is like you are climbing up a staircase. Okay, so it has to be really obvious like this for you to now say, okay, yes, price is moving upwards, right? And in this type of market, what you want to be doing is to long the market, right? Is to look for buy opportunities. This is the wrong time to sell. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice, but I'm just saying, if I wanted to trade this market, if I come into the market and I see that buyers have more powers than the sellers, what I want to be looking for are buying opportunities, not selling opportunities. All right. Now, you may come into the market and what you are seeing is not this, right? It may seem as though price is let's look for that. Let's look for this. So we have right here, from here to here is like an uptrend. All right, this is an uptrend. We are actually looking for buy opportunities here. All right, then there are times where you come into the market and what you are seeing is just like a downtrend. It's almost like you're coming down a staircase. All right, it's like I said earlier, we are not going to see smooth examples. The charts are not always smooth, right? They are not always smooth. So let me take that again. Let me take that again. So let's cut out the whole of this. Let's cut out the whole of this. Now let's concentrate more on this. All right. Men looking at this, is almost like you're climbing down a staircase. So like I said, it has to be really, really, really obvious, right? There's no need pushing for it. There's no need trying to force the market to do what it is not doing. All right. If you come into the market and you see sell opportunities, fine, the market wants to sell for that day or for that time frame or for that time period that you trade on. Okay, so it is quite simple. What I can see here obviously is a downtrend. All right, where it's giving a series of lower lows and lower highs. All right, lower lows. I should be looking for, what I want to be looking for in this type of market are selling opportunities, not buying opportunities. Yes, there are traders who I know of traders who counter trade. Yes, there are traders who counter trade, but to be on the safe side, it's best you ride along with the market movers. Like I said earlier, it is best those who have millions of dollars to move the market. I think the reasonable thing you want to be doing is to be trading in the same direction as they are trading. All right, maybe later we'll talk about where exactly you should be trading from. All right, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to be looking at market trends and how to identify them. All right, so it is simple here. Let me pick up my path tool again. So you can see a series of, I'm just now concentrate on the major swings you are seeing. All right, concentrate on the major swing, everything that is happening internally, the small moves, the small moves within, you may just ignore them. Just focus on the larger swings. All right, so you can see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, a very impulsive one at that, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, like that, like that, like that, like that. So let me pull this up just the same way I did the other one. So like I said, you're not going to see a smooth movement, but if you just take that out, it is quite obvious what the market is doing. Now if you come into the market and see something like this, all I want to be doing is just to get an opportunity to short this market, an opportunity to sell this market. You shouldn't be looking for a buying opportunity. All right, I believe that is clear. At this point, I would really love you to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please drop your comments or your questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer all of them. So let's us quickly get that. So again, there's something else about this. You can't just say you understand it right now. If I were you, after watching this video, I'll just go over to my charts, pick about 5 pairs, check if you can identify 5 downtrends, 5 uptrends. That's the only way you can say for sure that you have understood the concept of trends. Okay, So we have basically talked about the uptrend and the downtrend, all right? So what if you come into the market and the price is not actually doing anything that is so pronouncing? What if the price is just moving within a range? What if the price, the market movers have not actually made a decision? What if buyers and sellers are still struggling? What are you supposed to be doing as at that time? If you come into the market and you find out that price is within a range, maybe price is accumulating or price is trying to redistribute, all right, what exactly should you be doing within that time? Now there are traders who actually trade that market. They sell the top and they buy the bottom, they sell the top and they buy the bottom, they sell the top and they buy the bottom. Now some other traders are not comfortable with that, so they just stay away from the market when a decision has not been made yet. Again, let us see an example here. You can see here, you can see right here, like I said earlier, it is relative. All right, on every time frame you will find a trend. All right, you find what exactly the market is doing within that time. Okay, so let's take this as an example. All right, let me pick up my path tool again. So price was coming from let me take that again. So let me ask you, what do you think the price was doing from here? So like I said earlier the other time, this was the let me get that. This was an accumulation zone, all right? And after price finished accumulating, what did it do? It began to buy up, 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 up. Like I said earlier, price cannot buy forever, price cannot sell forever, price cannot range forever, price cannot accumulate forever, price cannot distribute or consolidate forever. All right, so price was at the point of accumulation. When it finished accumulating, it started to buy. So right here, from this point to this point, from this point to this point, all I want to be looking for are buying opportunities. All right, and then price came to a zone where it wasn't actually buying, it wasn't actually selling. All right, it wasn't selling or buying with any impulsive movement. It was just giving choppy movement here and there. All right, now for when you see this kind of market, it's, if you know that you are not comfortable, if you know that buying or selling in this type of market, you're not comfortable with it, it is best to just keep away. There are so many other pairs to work with, there are so many other charts to work with. Okay, so if you know that you're not comfortable with this type of chart, it is better to just stay away. There will be more and more of thousands and thousands of opportunity for you to make money in the market. But if you just come into the market and you see something like this, if you're not an expert at trading this type of market, I think it is just best that you stay away. All right, so let's observe what the market is doing. All right, price is just giving, price came all the way here, it broke out like it was actually ready to do something, was actually ready to move towards a definite direction, but then it didn't happen that way. It came all the way up and then it just started trading within a particular zone. So there are people who would have actually come here to buy, then come here to sell, to buy, to sell, to buy, to sell, to buy, to sell, and then before price finally made a move. All right, so this is like a zone or a period of indecision. Right now, not like I said earlier, not every trader likes to, let me take that out, so there is no definite movement of the market. This is just a point where the buyers and sellers are struggling for who would have control over the market. All right, most traders do not like to trade this kind of market, but if you're comfortable doing that, why not? You can. Okay, so but that is basically it. When you open your charts, first thing you should be asking yourself is, what is the market doing? What was the market doing? What is it doing right now? where is it coming from? Okay, once you know this, once you know the cycle, and you can identify what the market is doing at that point, then you can then say, okay, I'm only going to be looking out for sells, or I'm only going to be looking out for buys. This helps you to structure your trade, so you wouldn't be found selling when others are buying. You wouldn't be found buying where others are selling, which is why it is important for you to be able to identify the trends before you even talk about where exactly to buy or where exactly to sell. More on how, when to buy and when to sell, I would put that up on my channel, so you can go and also learn from that. So that is I want to see, I want to believe that it is well understood. But like I said earlier, you can't really understand it by just watching just only this video. You can go ahead, go over to your chat. You will see so many opportunities there of markets. You see so many examples of the market buying. Remember, if the market is buying, always look out for, I would want to be looking for buying opportunities. If the market is in a downtrend, I would want to be looking out for selling opportunities, because this shows where the big bags or the money is in the market. If the sellers are dumping a market, you shouldn't be found buying the market, because you will just end up wiping your account for no reason. Okay, so it is better to be on the safe side. If you are if you are trading with the trend, like they say, the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. But then, of course, you are not just, because it is buy, you're not just supposed to be buying anywhere. You can check my video out when I drop it about when to buy and when to sell. But it is pretty simple. Yeah, once you train your eyes to be able to see these things, you cannot unsee them. So which is why it is best for you to practice more. You can check out my other videos about market trends and price action, and then go and practice on your chart. That is the only way you can for sure say, I do understand this and I can be able to identify an uptrend or a downtrend. So like I said earlier, if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Put your questions or your comments in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Till next time, bye bye.